Imagine a cabin deep in the wilderness that doesn't just shelter you from the elements, but seems to watch you with eyes hidden in the grain of the wood. You are part of a group seeking solitude, or perhaps hiding from a past that refuses to stay buried, only to find that this house in the woods isn't just a structure, but a sentient trap designed to feed on fear and isolation. But when you discover that survival isn't about escaping the forest, but about understanding the ancient rules that govern the land around you, you realize that safety isn't about locking the door. It's about mastering the darkness within and without through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to House in the Woods, the pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Pete Thorsen's psychological horror saga. If you love isolated thriller tropes, supernatural mystery, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated terror of facing the unknown through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral chill of folk horror with the profound weight of psychological resilience. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's arrival at the remote property, thrusting them into a race against time to secure their sanity before the house reveals its true nature. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, the static of dying radios, and the creeping dread of knowing that every shadow hides a predator or a memory that wants to kill you. Thorsen excels at capturing the psychological toll of isolation, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just death, but eternal madness. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular survivor hero trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about fighting monsters. It's about understanding the complex ecology of a hostile environment, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior numbers. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of House in the Woods lies in its characters and the heavy burden of memory. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that views them as data. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major horde or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. House in the Woods is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Pete Thorsen has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.